Hello and welcome to a new game, The Forgotten City. Uh, yeah, I heard a lot about this because every reviewer and internet person in the universe was talking about this game last year. Okay, sure. Exploration, Fair City is in your hands. Yeah, a lot of people were talking about it and saying, "Oh, this is game of the year." It's like, oh, okay. I don't really know anything about it, but um, let's check it out.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Okay. So a thing about this game I know is that it's supposed to be sort of a remake of sorts of a Skyrim mod of all things, but it's not in the Skyrim engine anymore. Whatever, I don't know what it's called, but oh good, I gotta type a name. Always handy. There we go.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
So yeah, I know it's a lot about narrative and story stuff. So I wonder if it's gonna be a game I just take out once or one I do a full playthrough of, because I am interested in it. From what I've heard, it looks interesting. I was searching for ancient ruins, I was on covert missions, I was on one for the law, I barely remember anything. Let's see here. Archaeologists, years of studying history gives you occasional insights into the ancient world. You have a military infused firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. Your time on the run from authorities made you quick on your feet, and you're 25 faster when sprinting. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. I don't know what I'll need. Let's go with this one.
You're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured, or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him? If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please? Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
What's your story, Hussein? Where are we? What can you tell me about the ruins? Have you tried calling for help?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
Are you going to tell me your name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
What I'd like to know, especially if I'm going to help you, why don't you want to tell me?
Alright, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen. Why didn't you want me to tell you your name? All those Karen memes have really ruined that name, huh? I was wondering if that's what they meant by that. Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Okay, we got the great text when it's completed. Very nice.
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Wow.
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
We're going to the Buttoons.
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al... What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
That's all the questions I had.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Going in for a price artifact, but I'll keep my eye out for him. I'll pass. Alright, I'm in.
Thank you.
Sure.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
Heavy duty battery power flashlight. Can look at it. Sure. Alright. Whoa. Okay, I think it's settled. Don't know if I need to lower the graphic setting or anything. So you can use flashlight like that. So yeah, I know this game, I don't know if it's time travel or whatever, but we do like go into the past or something. Like I don't really know how it's gonna happen, but I know we like an explorer or something, and we go back in the past and basically, you know, I can expect. Must it also must have been lit by Al. I'm going the right way, and we can like explore the ancient, world. That's essentially what I know is the idea, but besides that, I don't really know a whole lot. I also kind of know that there's like a rule or something about the world, but I'm not gonna spoil that yet because it is kind of interesting, and I think they're gonna explain it probably soon. I would assume so. It's kind of a big deal apparently. So I can lower it like that. Okay. Backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing available here, but still, it seems that Al left it behind. I don't know if you can find anything by looking at it, if that's the kind of game this is. Probably not. Also,
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten. All knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place." Could an underground city ever make a secret?
well, I'm falling. Just looking around, then I'm falling suddenly. Can I? Okay. Can you use it on the water? It's one of those fancy flashlights.
For all this time, could people have survived down there against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Well, who's saying that? Well, I can inspect this mosaic. Ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. Alright, so yeah. So that's a thing that I do know, that people turn into gold. Young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. Ooh, oh, can knock it around. Didn't know gold was that easily movable. Feel happy. Pretty heavy. It's a whole body. Well, yeah, it just goes wild. From gladiator mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Oh. Yeah, so I don't know what that means. You know, knowing it's based on the Sky dimension. I don't know what this is made in, but I'm not sure if it's like still based on its sorta or what exactly, because I know it's not, you know, you couldn't sell this game otherwise. You know, this is on the Xbox Game Pass now, and you know, it's been out for a little bit, obviously. So, you know, I'm not sure if it's still trying to be like Skyrim, which I hope not, because Skyrim has some flaws in its entire engine. I mean, that's pretty notorious for Bethesda games. Obviously, this is not gonna be anything like that. Presumably, anyway. Like, I don't know how similar it's gonna be. Like, if that's gonna be, you know. Obviously, the dialogue does seem pretty similar. It looks like it's speaking for life. Whoa, it's freaked out. What's I saying? You know, the dialogue tree, yeah, that was a similar deal. And even the way the person is right in the middle of the screen, that's very Bethesda style. Some of the game I played a little bit of. What was it called again? Eastward? East side? No, what is it called? Something like that. I forgot now. That was also very Skyrim-esque, very Bethesda-esque in its dialogue trees and all that. Tim just came away from something. That this also kind of remind me of. What's it called? I forgot now. Rome leads an area in a state of terror. I played the game all the way through. It was an enjoyable game. Very different, very not casual, but like carefree. You just kind of walk around and talk to people a bunch, and that's kind of it. And painted. Yeah. Pleased to be praying for help that never came. Oh. Concept of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how's that possible? I'm on fire. Well, too bad. Shouldn't have got yourself hanged.
I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I
Thanks for pointing to the doorway.
Shrine. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Very ominous so far. Not what I expected somehow. Skeleton. The remains of a human who it was died a long time ago. Oh. Just going straight in. Photo mode. Okay. Sure. A lot of loading. It may be my PC. I need to upgrade soon. I presume this game, you know, wouldn't be too bad on account of it being based on Skyrim. I'm pretty sure I can run a Skyrim on this machine. But it is kinda, yeah, stuttering, but only like for a bit. So it's like fine. I don't think it's gonna matter much in a game like this. Relief. A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who he could be. So I got the flashlight. Wonder what happens if I use it here in the ancient world. They're gonna be like, what the hell is that?
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Abbie and I just come from the future. Wait, are you speaking English? Spinus Proserpine, whatever. I'm Abbie and I got lost. Lie. I mean, it's not entirely a lie that we're lost. So how do I want to play this?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
Spina Proserpine?
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you and what were you doing in that shrine? No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's alright, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Seriously, what's today's date? Thanks, I guess.
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What
It's
year?
817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
Okay, so I can tell that it's that date. I don't know when Rome was founded, so that doesn't help me much. That doesn't help me. Is this before or after Christ? So it's 65 CE. Never mind. Of course I knew that. Well, since I got this, I should say this, right? That makes sense.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your loss.
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, are you coming?
Alright, lead the way. No thanks, I'll make my own way. Let's follow this guy, I think. Just for now. Nope. I can just follow by pressing that. Very nice.
Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your pretty new friend, Hilarious?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Lydia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know.
Translate this. Okay. I really want the stick to be run. It's L2. I'm just change that.
Belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Hilarious. You're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the village.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
Alright, lead the way. What's this about? I don't think so.
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the golden rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the golden rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. It didn't matter whether they'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough
another one
justice to
fresh
you,
out of the baths, I
you're in
take
for
it.
a rude shock. Because the golden rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. He's up these stairs.
Hi.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
Charming.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last see her? Cynthia, Scintilla? Why are your names also similar? Looks surprisingly liked about his sister's appearance.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why is that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
It's possible a lover was involved.
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Looks surprisingly liked about his sister's appearance.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
Just an observation. Are you? I think you know something you're not telling me. Bluff.
Ugh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
Well, it didn't work. What if I do talk to you?
Do I need to ask Horatius to escort you out of here? Get out, you horrid barbarian!
Okay. Okay, the game is shocking sometimes. I probably need to lower the settings a bit, because it's kinda not ideal. Maybe I can do it now. Let's see. What? Maybe just do everything high instead. Don't know if I need to reset the game or anything for that to take effect. Well, seems like it may have helped a little bit there, maybe? I don't know. Anyway.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Yes, I'm happy.
To match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of Athena. You must be a woman of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful. I just want to get out of here.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
Can't say I have. Yes. What time do I say yes? I'm curious now.
Well, I'm not sure I believe that. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment, like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
These questions will be available later. Okay. Well, I mean, might as well. What gas is this in here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes, or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Makes sense to me. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal is now is small, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric.
My mistake. Don't your laws allow slave ownership? Don't your people watch sport for entertainment? Don't women have fewer rights than men? Don't you persecute Christians? Don't you practice collective punishment? Can I say all of these or just one of them? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell in this game so far. Let's just go with the slave one.
What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Okay, can't say all of them, I think.
On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Well, and it also seems like if you have killed people that way, it doesn't count in this rule. So, there you go.
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
not sure that tracks really, but whatever.
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that. Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Does that consider that one?
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
What do you mean when you said Proserpina? Send me. I still don't know how to say that right. Proserpina? Proserpina? Is that how you said it? Proserpina?
You see,
Whatever.
in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Yes I do. You're right, from 2,000 years in the future. So it's kinda interesting that they know I'm from the future already. Sure, I don't have any reason to lie, I guess.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
They all been turned into gold statues. I didn't see anything. I mean, I'm gonna tell the truth, I think.
I have imagined it, our downfall 1,000 times, but it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
How does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see your remains at the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
I'll do my best. I can't promise anything.
Well, thank you for your candor, I suppose.
Why can't you investigate?
I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it will seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Fair enough. How do I know you're not the person responsible? Do you think it could be related to Santella's disappearance?
So you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with our imminent demise. Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
How know you're not the person responsible?
Me? Why would you suspect me? I just told you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me of all people?
Fair point.
How do you think so? Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Come on, tell me what you really think.
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
If I do this, will you help me get back to my own time?
If I understand Proserpina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
I'm a little surprised you know what paradoxes are in this time. Like, time paradoxes? I mean, that sounds very futuristic and complicated, but I mean, I don't know how long people really thought about time travel. Obviously, they could have forever, so I guess, you know. I think so. Sure, why not? That's all the question I had.
So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Alright, I mean, doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
Good point, I mean.
Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it will win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alright, I'll get started.
One last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. It seems like something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. Anything else if I talk to you?
You've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation?
Oh, there's a lot more. Can we talk about who's going to break the golden rule?
Of course. What is it?
I think I know who it is already.
Are you sure you've spent enough time investigating to make that call?
Yes.
It seems to me you've barely had enough time to scratch the surface.
Totally. I got this
Still
down.
have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Alright, you won't let me do that yet, no, obviously. Makes sense. Some more questions. No, that's...
Good. Now, was there something else you wanted?
If you can't skip lines, I was wondering if you could. Not that I want to most of the time now.
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me. Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
What's a decurion?
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Why are you still wearing it?
As magistrate, I usually wear a toga, but today I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you. So, it seemed prudent.
Okay. How do we get over here?
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest. I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner, hoping it would placate my constituents. Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements instead. Very well.
Do you know why out of
If
here?
I did, I'd have led these people out of here already.
Sure, makes sense. What do you think about the golden rule?
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my guiding star to be the well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question. Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Okay then. Check quest every time any time. See if we can make a fucking quest. I can't decide it. Okay. Completed ones. Sure. Inventory. Alright. I really checked other buttons. Actually, that zooms. That is nothing. That's a jump button. Alright, not a lot of buttons yet. But Lavarium or something. Small household shrine where ancient Romans offer daily prayers for protection. Cynthia's chest. Steal. So I believe if I steal something, if I break a rule, the game ends. I think so. I am kind of curious to see what happens if I actually do that though. Note from Scintilla. Still expresses gratitude for Cynthia's for adopting her. Scintilla to Cynthia's, may Jupiter, Optimus, Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and for the lovely birthday pendant. I promise I will wear it always. It feels so safe to have you as my father and Cynthia as my sister. Since you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be. You'll be re-elected, I'm sure of it. Okay. Alright. Can you save? You can save the game at any time. Alrighty. So let's see what does happen if I steal this.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Run! Force into back to the shrine, use his ball again. Oh, okay. I'm obviously not gonna do this one once, but I'm kind of curious what happens. Ow, being shot at. Run! I just wanted some money. Is it that bad to steal? Guess so. So bad everybody must be turned to gold. Well, back in the present, so that solves my issues. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay, interesting. So, oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay. I see. We've had this conversation before.
I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life.
Your name is Galerius, and you're about to offer to take me to see Centius so he can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
No problem. I have to go.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
What? Zipline handlebar. I wouldn't want to use wooden zipline handlebar. Cool. Thanks.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, the worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going now.
Alright, see you around.
Huh.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
So,
Alright, see you around.
that's interesting. So you don't just die exactly, you reset the entire world essentially, which means I could steal. Do I have what I stole? I do have what I stole still. That's interesting. Huh. Don't know what I need money for right now, but well, I am not actually, I don't want to do any crime. Did I? Wait, what? Oh, okay, I was on. Yes, and it's, yeah, okay. Well, I guess, yeah, we had 50-ish minutes, so I guess I'll stop now anyway. I'm curious to continue this, like, I wonder where it's gonna go. I don't know, like, it is interesting so far. Like, we haven't gotten very far yet, but I'm seeing like some potential, and it's intriguing, and the writing seems good, the voice acting seems good, and you know, seems to be more stuff than I expected. I thought it was just like go around and talk to people, but there might be more to it. I don't know. Like there's quests and stuff, like, and money and items, like, and he said something about weapons in a tip, so I know there's gonna be weapons, and yeah, I don't know how long it is or anything, or what, but yeah, I may continue it. I'm not sure yet, but I'll think about it, see, you know, if I'm into it, and yeah, that's it. Goodbye.